Hi Millie Didies, I'm back with another video and I know y'all probably like, damn, why is she that? But y'all, I've been going through it. Y'all, as you can tell by my title. I got a testimony, okay? So let me get right into it. So boom, it's May. We get pregnant and I had a miscarriage at 8 weeks. I was at work at this time and I felt a little cramping. Then I felt like I was bleeding. I had a panty liner on because I always wear panty liners. But I was like, this feels like a period. So I went to the bathroom and I was bleeding a lot. So I was like, oh shit. So I immediately called my OB and I was like, I think I'm having a miscarriage. And she was like, why do you think that? And I was like, because I'm bleeding and cramping. She saw how far along I was or whatever. And then I was on the toilet and something just told me to push. So I pushed and it was the baby. I was like, oh my gosh, it just came out. And I jumped up off the toilet. If this is TMI, I'm sorry. But I jumped up off the toilet and I looked at it. I was just like, oh my gosh. And I was so sad because I was like, this is my baby girl. This is my baby girl and it's in the toilet. And boom, toilet flushed. I was like, no. I tried to grab it. No, I didn't like dig my hand in there, but it fell on the little toilet paper thingy. You know how the thing goes inside the toilet, so it had fell on that. So I just that was the first thing I could think of. Like, no, that's my baby. I want it, but it went down the toilet because they can test that to see why you had a miscarriage. But I wasn't able to save it, so that was that. I went back into my job and I told them, I'm like, I just had a miscarriage. So she was like, oh no, they didn't even know I was pregnant because I was 8 weeks. You know, you can have a miscarriage, and why would you tell all of these people that you're pregnant with the possibility of a miscarriage in the first few months? So that's why I did not tell anybody, because of that simple fact. She was like, oh no, go home, go to your doctor, go home, whatever. So I went to my doctor. They confirmed it. Like, y'all didn't need to confirm it. I knew I just had a miscarriage. I saw the baby in the toilet and it was like a good size. Like, I was 8 weeks. And when I told the doctor I was 8 weeks, he was like, wow, you was 8 weeks. Like, that's kind of far along to have a miscarriage. But he was like, it was nothing that I did. He said that probably just didn't hatch to my ovary good enough, so it couldn't form properly. So I was like, okay. So the doctor said to wait 6 weeks to try again. We waited 4. And boom, I got pregnant again. And I was just like, okay, we're pregnant again. That's why I wasn't really upset about the miscarriage. Like, I was sad. Of course, anybody will be sad if they had a miscarriage, but it didn't break me like it breaks some people. Some people are like really devastated and they really go through it. My miscarriage, I wasn't really devastated because I'm like, okay, this is in God's hand. I'm young. I can have, I can get pregnant again. So I wasn't too worried about that. I wasn't too sad or whatever, but the recovery process was a long time. Like, I had to be out of work for the whole week because my energy level was just so low. Like, I had no energy and I was bleeding like for the whole week or whatever. I was bleeding and cramping and I was just literally like in the bed. So that's that with the miscarriage. We waited 4 weeks, boom, got pregnant again. So when we got pregnant again, I waited to go to the doctors because I'm just like, I just had a miscarriage. I just wanted to wait it out for a little while. I don't know why. I just wanted to wait it out for a little while. So my first doctor's appointment, I didn't go to my first doctor's appointment until I was like 9 weeks. And so they set up a sono. I was 12 weeks. So my first sonogram, I go in there. Hubby couldn't come with me because he was at work. And I'm not the type like, oh, call off work. This is our first sonogram. Come on. Like, get
that money, baby. Get that money.
We used to work at an OBGYN. Some of these husbands would come for every single doctor's appointment. It was like OD. I'm like, y'all just listen to the baby's heart. Like, it is not that serious for me. But anyways, so I go to the sauna and I'm on the table and she put the gel on my stomach and she's moving it around. And I look on the screen and I'm like, why does it look like there's 2? And she moved it over again and she said, that's because there are 2. You're having twins. I was like, shut the fuck up. I was like, shut the hell up. She said, I'm serious. You are having twins. There are 2 in there. I was just like, oh my gosh, that baby came right back. like, this is insane. And I wasn't never one of those people like, oh my gosh, I want twins. Like, I never really thought about it. I never really thought about having twins. But the crazy thing is, I talked to this girl that I know who has twins, and they're just the cutest little girls. And I was just like, oh my gosh, you make me want twins so bad from seeing her twins just growing up, you know. So I was just like, oh my gosh, you make me want twins so bad. Literally, like, probably, I don't know, it was within the same week I had the sonogram and found out we're having twins. I was just like, oh my gosh. And so I'm like, how am I having twins? Like, twins don't run on my side. Twins don't run on his side. I did not know twins ran on his side, okay? So she was like, do you want to call your husband? Do you want to FaceTime him? Usually I don't do this. You can't have your phones out. You can't record. You can't call anybody. But do you want to FaceTime him? I'm like, he's driving the bus. He can't just answer the phone. So the first person I think to call is my sister. And she had the same reaction as me. She was like, shut the fuck. She was like, she just couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe it. Just like me, I couldn't believe it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what the hell am I gonna do with two little babies at the same time on my hip? Like, I didn't sign up for this, sis. That's all that was going through my mind. Like, how am I about to deal with two little babies and my toddler who is clinging to my hip right now? It's still a lot to take in. It is still a lot to take in, but I'm so blessed. I'm so thankful. I'm excited. I still just can't even believe it. But yeah, so then I get home and I tell my mother-in-law, I'm like, look, we're having twins. And she was just like, oh my gosh. And then she tells me that her grandmother had 4 sets of twins. 4 sets of twins. I was like,
I'm getting my tubes tied.
Period. I'm getting my tubes tied because 3 kids will become 5 real quick, and I don't have time for that. So yeah, these are the last little babies coming out of me. Not that big. I'm almost 5 months. I've been miserable. My first pregnancy flew by. I had a little bit of morning sickness, but it was nothing I couldn't handle. You know what I'm talking about? But this, oh my gosh, totally different. Totally different. And it's like I had just it was like back to back. It was just like, it was so much. It was so much because I just went through all the morning sickness with the first pregnancy. Boom, got pregnant right again. This morning sickness was so bad. And it wasn't even that I was throwing up. I was just gagging. And when I was gagging, it was like I was
Gagging up a monster.
like, it was just like the worst. And I would do it for like 10 minutes straight. And then I would have to lay down for about 10 minutes to get my life together because that took a lot of energy, just gagging and gagging.
Veins was popping out of my freaking head.
I was turning red. My eyes was turning red. I was freaking seeing stars and shit. The shit was bad. It was bad. I could never record. I wanted to record. I wanted to, you know, show you guys what I was going through, but I couldn't do it because I had to go to work. You know, I couldn't just grab my phone like, look at this, look what I'm going through. No, because in my mind, I'm about to be late to work and I got to get my son ready for school. So I just had to do too much, and I had to lay down for 10 minutes after gagging my guts out.
It was so much.
But once I got out of my out of the first trimester, I started to feel better, and boom, as soon as I started to feel better, like probably I started to feel okay for like 2 days, boom, I get hit with a stomach bug. Because my job, we order lunch every single day, and this day was a Friday. We got tropical smoothie. I got a mango magic smoothie with the chicken chipotle flatbread sandwich. The sandwich
Was so
but I felt like the chicken wasn't done enough. But I ate half, and then a few hours later, I ate the other half. When I was on my way home, I had to pull over because I started to feel sick. And that's when it started. Like, I started throwing up. I came home, I was just like, I felt exhausted. Like, like throwing up on my way home. It just took so much energy out of me. So I was like, I need to relax. And then my mother-in-law was like, it sounds like you got a stomach bug. And I'm like, you know what? You're probably right. And it just kept getting worse and worse. I couldn't drink. I couldn't eat. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't do anything. I called my OB and they was like, go to the hospital. The dehydration was the worst part. I don't wish dehydration on anybody. Like, it was crazy the way it just being dehydrated affects your whole body. I couldn't keep anything down. So when I went to the hospital, I just felt like I was literally
Dying.
I couldn't even open my eyes because I've been in a dark room for almost a whole week. I couldn't open my eyes. I couldn't, like, I was like, I couldn't even record because that's how bad I was. I was crying. I consider myself a tough girl. You know, I had a natural delivery. I consider myself a little tough. You know what I'm saying? This was different. This was crazy. How I just felt. I really felt like I was dying. I couldn't even walk. I couldn't do anything. Like, it was that bad. I couldn't even care for my own son, you know. But yeah, it was hard. It was hard. I was out of work for a whole week. My boss told me to get a doctor's note, but she real cool. But she was just like, I just needed a doctor's note. So okay, I'm gonna get you a doctor's note, Slim.
I'm gonna get you a fucking doctor's note, ladies.
So yeah, that was that. Started feeling better. I'm not sick anymore, thank God. But yeah, I just be nervous. I just be really nervous because I'm just like, oh my gosh, I hope both of them make it out okay. Because, you know, twins, it's a high risk, you know, for anything with twins. So I just be nervous a little bit. So I got my grandmother May to pray over my babies and me. So it put me at ease a little bit. But, you know, it's just that fear in the back of your head, you know, that anything can happen. But anything can happen when, you know, you deliver too. And even after you deliver with SIDS, that's so scary. Sudden infant death syndrome. Lord, I used to work at an OBGYN. So one of the patients, her baby died in her belly at like 38 weeks. And that is just like always in the back of my head. Like, oh my gosh, how could you go a whole pregnancy and then boom, right before you deliver, you found out your baby is dead in your stomach? Like, that is so devastating. But, you know, I pray over my babies. I pray that everything will be okay. I'm so thankful and blessed that God chose me. And we got names. We wanted to keep it with the K's. And Fonzo was so adamant, I'm naming my son. Okay, you can name your son.
But I'm gonna give you names, and you can pick out the names that you like.
So I was giving him names like, babe, pick a name. So he liked KO. So our son is going to be KO and our daughter is going to be Kaori. We're excited. I just did my pregnancy announcement not too long ago. So I waited to tell, you know, social media because that's just what I felt like doing because, you know, of the miscarriage. And I just been so sick and I just wanted to keep it to ourselves. So that's why I waited. We had a gender reveal.
Okay, yeah. Come on, pew pew.
Pew pew.
It's been good. It's just starting to get good because at first it was miserable as hell, but I made it through. I made it through the tough part. I'm thankful that has passed. That's why I have not been recording videos because I had no energy, like zero amount of energy. Like, I would literally go to work first. I would be late because I couldn't get myself together. I would literally, like, in the beginning, I was literally standing at the elevator, like, hunched over, like,
I can't do this.
it was bad, y'all. It was bad, but I'm not gonna dwell on the bad part. What matters is I'm good. Our babies are healthy. They both have heartbeats. They both have brains. 10 fingers, 10 toes, 1 boy, 1 girl. Tell y'all what the damn sonographer did. So I told her that I wanted the you know, the gender in an envelope, meaning, you know, the pictures, the images and everything in an envelope, because I'm having a gender reveal. So she gave me the images for me that doesn't have the gender on it. And then she put the gender in an envelope, and I gave the envelope to my sister. So after the gender reveal, I asked my sister for the envelope because I wanted to see the little eggplant and the little kitty cat, okay? So I know it's real. Y'all, why the damn stenographer wrote on a little white piece of paper, boy, girl? Yes, she just wrote boy, girl.
Like, where's the eggplant and where's the kitty cat?
I want to see it. I called the stenographer because I'm like, I need proof. Oh, I need proof of my boy and I need proof of my girl, period. So she said my next appointment, I can get it. So I'll keep y'all posted and I'll show y'all the eggplant and the kitty cat. It's like, nah. But yes, y'all, that's what's been going on. I finally got some energy. That's about it, y'all. I don't want to make this video too long. Y'all keep me in y'all prayers. Y'all keep baby KO and Kaori in y'all prayers. We're blessed, we're happy, we're excited, and I'll try to do more videos for y'all now that the cat's out the bag and y'all know we're expecting twins. I'll try to do more videos for y'all and be more up to date. Now that I am feeling better and having more energy, I take it day by day. I literally take it day by day because some days I'm good, some days I'm like, all I need is my bed. And my son clings to my hip. He has become so clingy with these babies. He will not let me out his sight.
Where mommy at? Mommy, where you going?
I'm like, Kenzo, I'm going to the bathroom. Boom, he right there at my side. It's so cute though. I love my little baby. I can't wait to see how he gonna be with his babies. And he wanted a girl so bad. So this whole time I'm telling him, before I even knew, I'm telling him he got a baby brother and a baby sister this whole time. So when I saw that we was having a boy and a girl, I'm like, yes. I manifested it. I kept my girl in my mind this whole time. I manifested it. And look. Oh, I got my baby. But y'all, I hope y'all like this video. Y'all put the thumbs up, put the thumbs up, and hit that bell, ding, 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 so you get a notification every time I upload a what? Video. I'm out.